Angeles in 2026.
Why not?
All
Look at this weather. First thing we want to talk about is the top agent panel. Okay, next week for our company-wide staff meeting, we have 3 amazing homegrown agents. They started their business here in our brokerage, and they have all hit 6 figures. It's an amazing panel next Monday. It's going to be live at the Whittier location. If you can't make it to Whittier, please tap in. It's the Tap In event, TAP, Top Agent Panel Influencing Network. That's happening next week. Monday, I think they're starting at 10:30, right? It's the company-wide staff meeting, right? So we have some great agents. We got Luis Cortez, we got Maya Jones, we got Claudia Vera, all from different offices in different parts of Southern California. And they're going to share what they do to help you grow your business as well. Maybe take some little gems away and apply it to your own business, and we'll go on from there. So that's next week. The company-wide staff meeting is the Tap In event, Top Agent Panel Influencing Network, okay? So
Claudia, I don't think has been an agent for about a year. So.
And she did over 100 grand. Everybody on this panel did 100 grand. They all started here. So we're happy to have all of them participate. And we'd like for everybody in the company to listen in. They are doing great things. Why not take what they're doing and apply it to your business, right? R&D it, not research and development. Rip off and duplicate. It's all good, okay? So that said, let's talk about the golden decade for Los Angeles, okay? Now, we're going to cover a lot of stuff here about Los Angeles and Los Angeles County. Our little downtown office is not the newest office in the company, but we are one of the newer ones. We were the first hybrid location. We opened up here in 2017 with just 3 people. And look at all these amazing faces we have here today, along with people. Along with others online who are zooming in today. You know, we've been doing Zoom since 2017 before it was cool. You know, we've been doing this since 2017. We don't give you any excuses not to participate, right? You know, you can come in or you can log in, whatever the case is. We keep you connected without coming in. There's no excuses here. So one of the things we want to talk about is the next 3 years here in LA County and Los Angeles specifically, okay? So one of the things that I was thinking about is, you know, we are real estate agents, right? That's what we are. But let's reframe that. For the next 3 years, you are now anointed the gatekeepers of the most relevant city on earth for the next 3 years. And why is that? Everybody's talking about interest rates and affordability and insurance, but keep this in mind. This summer, for the first time, we have the World Cup in Los Angeles. We have 8 games being played here. The next year, the Super Bowl returns to SoFi Stadium. And whatever your team is, doesn't matter, okay? People are coming to Los Angeles for the NFL Super Bowl in 2027. And in 2028, we have the granddaddy of them all, right? The Summer Olympic Games. That's huge for us. All eyes are going to be on Los Angeles in the next 36 months. It's a big freaking deal, okay? We actually opened this office in 2017 with our eyes on this time frame. We can make it past this, all the ups and downs and the struggles, and believe me, my downtown people know we're the epicenter for everything. When, you know, we've been doing Zoom for a long time, so when COVID hit, we didn't lose a beat because we were already hybrid. But then when we wanted to come back, we couldn't because all the protests are right here in our front yard, right? So we've been up and down, but we're still here. And our time, and for all of our other offices as well in LA County, this is your time too, all right? So let's talk about it. We're not just in a recovery market. This is a transformational era for the city of Los Angeles. For our baby boomers, for our Gen X, okay? For our baby boomers, our Gen X, you know? Our millennials and our Gen Z. For boomers and Gen X, if you remember how the Olympics put Los Angeles on the map in 1984, I see you nodding your head, right? For our millennials and Gen Z, you're about to see that on steroids because of the internet and social media. It's a big freaking deal. Now, one of the things you guys don't know is that our principal broker, Dennis Rosas, makes us fill out SWOT analyses for our offices and us as managers, okay? So maybe you guys have heard of that, right? SWOT, not like SWAT team, right? SWOT, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. So I thought, let's talk about the SWOT analysis for our city of angels. Let's talk about the strengths first. Resiliency. It's a big strength here in Los Angeles. Look, it's going to be mid 70s today. I was talking to my cousins in Queens, New York, and they're -5, snowed in. I had some buddies fly in for a real estate conference about a week ago. They're in Orange County. They had to fly back to Pennsylvania. They left 84-degree weather to -5. It's a weather tax, all right? It is what it is, man, okay? But across the country, secondary and tertiary cities, places like Austin, people thought they were going to move to Austin and get a better deal. We're going to have a California lifestyle. In Texas, didn't happen. We know almost 40% of them want to come back or have come back to Los Angeles, and others who want to come back, they can't. They're priced out. Appreciation didn't stop here for us. Places like Las Vegas, Nevada, they're in free fall. They can't sell a piece of property in Las Vegas. And here in LA County and Los Angeles, we've stabilized. Check this out. California Association of Realtors. This time last year, January 2025, the median price was $912,446. We increased that year over year by 3.2%. Our median sales price right now, $942,610. Well, everybody else around the country dropped almost double digits in value. We went up. So we are stable. We're very lucky we're stable. Let's talk about stability some more. I'm sure you've heard about foreclosures all over the country, but not here. According to California Association of Realtors, January 2026, the foreclosure rate in Los Angeles County is 0.5, less than 0.5. Less. That's half a percentage point of people who own homes in LA County who are actually in foreclosure. That doesn't apply to us. Whatever they're talking about nationally doesn't apply to us here. We're lucky, right? Our market is very resilient. It's a massive signal of strength for us. Let's switch gears a little bit. We talked about our strength. Let's talk about our weakness. And for veterans, this might be an opportunity. For our newer agents, it might be a weakness. So let's see where you fit in. Some of the words that you're hearing around national news is about affordability. That's true. Only about 17% of people who live in Los Angeles County can afford the median sales price today at $942,000, okay? That's true. Only about 17% of people can afford. We know that inventory is up between 15 and 20%. According to Redfin, January 2026, the average days on market in Los Angeles County is, guess how many days? 30, 35, higher, 45 higher, 56 days. According to Redfin's report, January 2026, in Los Angeles County, 56 days on market. What does that mean? Listings are harder to sell. That means that you have to have some sales skills. No longer are you going to be able to put it into the MLS and say a prayer and you're going to automatically get multiple offers way over asking price. That's not the case anymore. If you got great listings, we know Javier's got a great listing right now. It's beautiful. Okay. Your open house was amazing, right? How many offers you have right now? 5 offers. How many people visited? 30 plus? Groups. I love that. Here's what we know. And we've been preaching this for years. The best houses in the best neighborhoods in the best condition are going to sell quickly in Los Angeles County. They're going to sell with multiple offers at and above asking price, maybe even a bidding war. But on average, it's taking a little bit longer to sell these products. Inventory's up. But what's the silver lining in that weakness? We have something to sell now, guys. We didn't have that a few years ago when inventory was 0. Now we have roughly 4 months of inventory. That's up 15% over a year, right? So that's really good. So something else we're talking about, I know Derek was mentioning this too. Did you hear the numbers? Interest rates for lending, slightly under 6%. 2 years ago, we were hovering around 8% to buy a home. 6% is the new 4%. We should hopefully be like this moving forward, maybe a little bit lower depending on what the administration does at the top, all right? But we shouldn't be seeing these 7.5%, 8%, 6% and below is the new norm for us, and that's stabilized, all right? So those are some of the weaknesses, but could be an opportunity for some people with sales skills. Let's talk about real opportunities for everybody here, not just for us as agents, but also for our constituents, the people who own Los Angeles and Los Angeles County real estate. Let's talk about an opportunity. Infrastructure. Billions and billions of dollars have been poured into the city of Los Angeles infrastructure projects. They're calling it the 28 for 28. 28 big transportation projects, infrastructure projects by 2028 for the Olympics. As a matter of fact, if you look at it, they're saying that Los Angeles, because we already have all these stadiums and all these other things already built, we might be one of the only metropolitan cities to host the Olympic Games and make a massive profit because we don't have to build much new. Everything's already here. We're not building a brand new stadium like Brazil had to do. We're not building brand new stadiums like China. And then once they use them, it's over. It just falls into deterioration. We're using everything here already. So that's a great thing for us. Metro 28 by 28. We know that out of the 28 projects they have going on, as of January 2026, 30% of them are complete. That's not a lot. However, 2 major projects that are affecting us right now are 98% complete. The People Mover at LAX. Have you guys seen that recently? Yeah. It's open now. You can take the train to LAX and it drops you right in front of the Tom Bradley International Terminal. So when you're flying to the Bahamas or something, man, you're not going to take the train because you're taking private planes, I'm sure, right? But you know, Dennis, you and I are in the back of the train there, okay? That's available right now. The new D line, the purple line from downtown Los Angeles to the west side, $1.75 one way, and it takes you 28 minutes. Sometimes from downtown LA to Hollywood on a Friday night, it might take me 45 minutes to get 6 miles, if I'm lucky, right? So this is great. We are transitioning from a car commuter city to public transit. That is happening right now. If you don't think it's happening, listen to this. Builders in California, up until about 2 years ago, these massive high-rise projects that we're doing in the West Side, Culver City, downtown Los Angeles, and the like. You know that for every unit they were building in the city of LA, they had to attach 1 parking space to each unit. New York doesn't do that. Chicago doesn't do that. San Francisco doesn't do that because they all have amazing public transportation. For the first time, the city of Los Angeles has gotten rid of that requirement. Developers now can build sky high and they don't have to include parking because the transit lines are becoming more accessible for people. And we're trying to get more people to use these things. Carpool lanes, busways, bike lanes, trains, everything's getting easier to access. Now, how does this help us, right? What we know is if you are near a metro line, a new metro station, within half a mile of a new metro station, your property values are jumping right now. I think, Elizabeth, you work Inglewood, right? You're working around Inglewood and whatnot. You're seeing some property values jump because of that. These are great opportunities for us to be aware of. Let's talk about some threats. I know we talked about insurance already today, right? Oh, our poor town. We had the biggest natural disaster in the country's history last year. So many homes and people were displaced and burdened by these big fires that we've had. Bad enough we're already on an earthquake fault line, right? Insurance is our biggest threat right now. Deals are dying, not because of the dad coming to the home inspection and saying, well, when I bought a house in 1970, this wasn't like that. That's not happening anymore. Deals are dying because of insurance quotes. Insurance is our new obstacle. We didn't really have to think about this before. And for the veterans, Jorge, we might have gotten insurance the last week of an escrow, right? We'll be okay. Not anymore. Not anymore. We got to make sure that we're the advisors who tell them to check your insurance up front. You might even want to, look at the insurance rates for the neighborhoods that they're searching in before putting an offer together. It's something you really have to think about. Now, we talked about the California Fair Plan. There's so many private insurance companies who have left California. Big names. Try to get Nationwide, right? Nationwide is on your side. Guess what? They don't service us, okay? They should put a little asterisk, except for Los Angeles. We don't cover you, right? Liberty Mutual, they don't cover us here. So you got to partner with a good insurance provider and start to look at those rates up front because it might just kill your deal, okay? And California Fair Plan, yeah, it's there, but it only covers up to $3 million, and it's not cheap. It's the last resort for you, okay? So those are our strengths, our weaknesses, our opportunities, and our threats here in Los Angeles and the surrounding county. Let's talk about the strategy, right? The 3-year appreciation wave for your homeowners. You might want to tell them 2026 is the last quiet year. Because in summertime, what are we having? World Cup. And it's going to start from there. Super Bowl 2027. Summer Olympic Games 2028. This is a big freaking deal for us here in Los Angeles. And if the Dodgers take it again, right? Back to back to back, it's on, okay? To win, right? Oh my God, I hope my Lakers do it too. We'll see what happens, We'll see what happens, right? Okay, but for homeowners right now, here's what the Olympic Real Estate Analysis Report for 2025 says. They say that Olympic host cities, on average, see a 20 to 30% appreciation rate leading up to the 4 years before the games happen. Now, I don't know what the Olympic Committee knows about real estate, okay? But let's take a look at what the city of Los Angeles is anticipating. Forgetting the Olympics, real estate within a half mile of the brand new metro lines, they're anticipating a minimum of 12% appreciation of value. Minimum of 12% appreciation of value, just because you're within half a mile of a brand new metro station. That's huge. That's really huge for us. Let's talk about for investors. A lot of you work with investors, right? People who are purchasing homes and looking for either R&R, rehab and resell, or maybe long-time buy and hold investors who are looking to make some cash flow. ADUs, right? Accessory dwelling units. How many of you guys have heard that term before, right? We've been talking about ADUs for almost a decade now. How many of you know about AB 1033, the state law? Everybody's kind of quiet there, right? AB 1033 is allowing people to construct ADUs on their property. Then you can create an HOA for your lot, and you can sell the ADU off as an HOA-covered single-family residence. You can separate it now. There's a lot of red tape to go through, but that is happening today up and down the state of California. It's happening here in Los Angeles. It's certainly going to be something you want to look out for and advise your investors on how to, make some more money here, okay? Because some of these events, Super Bowl, World Cup, Olympics, Airbnb states that for some of these major events, you can get anywhere from $400 up to $800 a night when you have a short-term rental. So it's not just a house. These are high-yielding short-term investment properties. This is a big asset for us, okay? It's a revenue-generating asset when you have an ADU. Let's talk about our agents. How are you guys going to capitalize on this stuff? Well, use your experience. My savvy veterans, use your experience to navigate the complexities of the new insurance landscape, to help them with these ADU projects, to help them see the value in California real estate. It's a big deal, and you're the professional, right? So this is what you should be talking about. While the national news is doom and gloom, we know here in Los Angeles, it's a different marketplace. You should be maybe using a lifestyle pitch. You're not selling a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom anymore. You're selling 10 minutes from the K line with Olympic-ready assets to generate income. Make sense? Yeah. Put that spin on it, okay? Now, let's talk about the challenge here. I want you to go back today and look at your emails. Yes, look at your emails. But what you should be doing is look for transit-oriented properties within a half mile of these new metro stations. Anybody in that area who's thinking about selling is going to sell fast and at a higher price. People who are thinking about buying, maybe you kind of funnel them into those areas because the appreciation is going to be at least 12% when these events hit us here in Los Angeles. So here's 3 things that I want you to do. Number 1, I want you to lead with data. Data. Lead with the data. The California Association of Realtors report here, the forecast for Los Angeles County specifically is going to kill any of the fear they have because the national news right now is talking about doom and gloom and potentially a fallout, right? But that's not happening here in Los Angeles. We are not Las Vegas. We are not Austin, Texas. We are not North Carolina. We have our own ecosystem here in Southern California. So lead with the data. Don't listen to the big news. Number 2, I want you to hunt like Elmer Fudd chasing Bugs Bunny. I want you to hunt for listings around the new metro lines. If you're thinking about starting a new farm area, this might be the place for you. There's going to be a lot of activity, and those are the hottest pockets of Los Angeles within a half-mile radius of those brand new metro lines. So keep your eyes open. Number 3, I want you to consider getting insurance quotes as soon as you get pre-qualified with your buyers. It's a really good idea to get ahead of this because it is killing transactions right now. These super high insurance quotes, or you can't even find insurance, it's killing a deal. That's our number 1 deal killer right now. And loan officers, for the most part, when they're giving the good faith estimate quotes, they're using the insurance numbers from last year and beyond. They're not getting up-to-date quotes. So you really got to be on top of this, okay? So, that said, the world is coming to Los Angeles in the next 3 years. Are you going to be ready for this? Or are you waiting for 2021 to come back? It's not going to happen, guys. Don't hold your breath. So I hope you're all ready for this big transition. It's an amazing time to be in the city of angels. It really is. Thank you so much for your time and listening to these stats. Appreciate you guys. You guys all have a cheat sheet here. I think there's a cheat sheet for everybody to look at based on Los Angeles real estate. Dwayne, you have something to add?
General question for everybody. It's great that the world's coming to LA in the next 36 months. There's pretty savvy homeowners. Some I've been talking to ask about why would I want to sell and why wouldn't I want to rent for the time the world's going to be here and then can reconsider selling after the world is gone. So what would you suggest to everybody to say to those homeowners?
Well, what I would say is
trying to get
sure.
the listing as opposed to just doing it.
Well, something that we talk about in this office a lot is the 8 Ds of why people sell, right? The 8 Ds. So regardless of what the economic conditions are, people sell because diapers, they have babies, they need more space, okay? Maybe diplomas, right? They finish school, they need to sell something. Diamonds, they get married, they need to buy a house or sell a house. Then they get divorced, right? Buy or sell a house and then maybe buy 2 more. What else we have? Death, right? That always happens. Default, people can't make their mortgage. It still happens. What else we have? Disasters. Disasters happen. They need to sell. And then de-relocation, right? Like they just got to move with their job. So if it falls in line with one of those life events, you're not really looking at the economic status of it. You're looking at this is something happening in their personal lives. And that's what's going to trigger them to sell. If they're only looking at the dollars and cents, you really have to analyze their plan and look long term. One of the things that we try to coach everybody else up on here is you don't want to be that one-time agent, right? Just one deal and you're out. You want to be their forever agent. You want to help them with with their entire lifestyle. And that's just not just one sale. It's the purchase of their first home. It's the move up home. It's the investment properties. It's the dream home. And then it's the downsizing, along with all of their friends who may need your services. So look at it case by case. There's no one answer. But I would say if it's a life event, that's going to be more, I would say, urgent for them. And they're not looking so much at dollars. Make sense?
Yes.
All right.
All right.
All right, so let's give a round of applause to Victor.
Great
Thank
job,
you. Good job, good job, good job. All right, so